Okay, we are back, and for this part, we're going to be going over the exterior with a little bit of the interior. We did leave it off about halfway finished, so apologies for not finishing all the way through. We're going to go through it very briefly right here and just give you an update with where I'm at. So, started working on the windows, as you can see, and as well as spray painting the roof. Using I think this was the 8-inch plexiglass. This was for the exterior because I didn't want the windows there, especially being damaged and traveling. I wanted those pretty durable. So using the plexiglass and just 4 screws on each one, putting it up there and screwing it in, and then just making sure it's nice and sealed around those screws so there's no leaks. And then from there, sanding the plexiglass down so that I could spray paint it. Providing a little bit of extra layer of just keeping the sun from coming in all the way. And yeah, it turned out pretty nicely. As you can see, the solar panels did come in. Not putting those up yet, but I do have them on the completed version. They're all ready to go. But yeah, I did get my top part cut out for that max air fan. That was pretty nerve-wracking because I had to cut a hole in the roof, but it fit in very nicely first try. Then from there, working on the windows, the interior as well as the wall, starting to build that up, and then adding the R13 insulation. It fit in very, very, very snug, and I think it was about 5 inches thick for soundproof and insulation. And yeah, then we got some basic LEDs I was going to print up for the roof. Those came in very nicely. Once I got those in, I was able to work a little bit at night to speed up the process. But yeah, so from there, working around getting the countertops in. That was just a basic version. I didn't have it actually screwed in. I just put it in. Those are keeping themselves up with the weight. Just figuring out how I wanted it to look. Did my measurements and then do a very nice gray stain on it. It's the counter and then part of the bed. Then staining the walls, a nice little gray color. Thought about going with the white, but I figured it would go super dirty, so I just went with a gray on gray. Turned out very, very nicely, and I loved the overall quality of it once it was actually finished. Yeah, then from there, doing an epoxy on top of the stain for the countertop. First one went very well, and then doing the other half of it had a couple air bubbles, but that first one turned out very, very nicely. And that completes part 4 of the van conversion. Feel free to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. A lot will be coming out in the future weeks.